Hello everyone, my name is Noelle Henry, and this is my community in words and pictures for the city of Newark, Delaware. The population within the city is 32,941. Of that population, there are 15,466 males and 17,475 females. Here's a breakdown of race. I was surprised that there are Native Hawaiians and other Pacific Islanders within the city of Newark. I'm a native Delawarean, and I can't say that I've ever met a Hawaiian, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that there are some in the city of Newark. Here is a further breakdown of race for Hispanic or Latino, and I included there being two or more races, and then the one that fall below that, just because I was pleasantly surprised to see that they're taking the numbers for that. I have a handful of friends who are more than one race, and I know growing up, they will always be frustrated when we had to fill out documentation, and when we got to the race portion, there wasn't a choice for them. So I'm glad that those numbers are being taken. Here is the age distribution for the city of Newark. For the ages from 18 to 24, those are the highest numbers, and I would dare to guess that it's because of the University of Delaware being in Newark, and a lot of the numbers are coming from being students. If you notice, the numbers are increasing as people age, and they increase here further due to retiring and possibly moving to Florida, or just the natural ending of life through death. Here is a further breakdown for the age distribution of those who are 18 years and older for male and female, and 65 years older for male and female. Here is the crime breakdown for the city of Newark. The rate of crime in Newark averages 22% lower than the rest of Delaware, while the rate of crime on a national scale is 10% lower. Violent crimes in Newark is 35% lower than the average rate in Delaware, and 14% lower than the rest of the nation. Property damage or destruction is 19% lower than the rest of Delaware, and 9% lower than the nation. So the overall statement is that residents in the city of Newark feel safe, and so do businesses. We feel free to go about our daily lives and daily hustle and bustle without being fearful of being robbed or burglarized or harmed by any other types of rape, robbery, murder, or theft. In the city of Newark, there are 25 public schools, 21 private schools, 4 post-secondary schools, the main known one being the University of Delaware. For the residents of Newark, 95.2% of the students have completed 8th grade, 95.1% have completed high school, 57% have completed a bachelor's degree, and 8.5% have completed a doctorate degree. For poverty within the city of Newark, 25.6% of the population live below the poverty line. That is higher than the national average of 14.7%. The largest demographic for living below the poverty line are females between the ages of 18 to 24, followed by males between the ages of 18 and 24, and then females between the ages of 25 to 34. My guess is that about 5 to 7 years ago, the city of Wilmington wanted to do a rebranding of itself, so to speak, and to bring back businesses to the city, banking businesses, which is one thing the state of Delaware is known for. And to do that, they moved a lot of the lower income families out of the city of Wilmington. Wilmington has had a high percentage of low income families, project housing units, and apartment complexes, and they moved one of the biggest housing projects from Wilmington into the city a certain area into the city of Newark, and that would be my guess as to why it is 25.6% of the population of Newark lives below the poverty line. Some important formal institutions in the city of Newark are the University of Delaware, George Reed Middle School, Thomas McKean High School, and the Chrysler Newark Assembly Plant. The University of Delaware is a very affluent university, ranking high in the nation for this university itself and their different colleges within the university. Anyone who lives in Delaware, not just the city of Newark, has been on the campus for one reason or another. For me personally, I attended 2 semesters there, but realized it was too big of a university for me, so I transferred to what was then known as Wilmington College, which we now know to be Wilmington University. And my brother played in the Blue Gold game, which is the football game for the top-ranking football players within the state of Delaware, and very proud that he played in that game. Thomas McKean High School and George Reed Middle School are formal institutions in the city of Newark because Thomas McKean and George Reed were 2 of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. And then the Chrysler Newark Assembly Plant was a part of Newark for 50 years, brought many, many jobs, economic surge to the city of Newark, and it shut down when people stopped wanting SUVs because of them being gas guzzlers and the expense of the upkeep. Some informal institutions for the city of Newark are Main Street, Glasgow Park, the Delaware 87ers, and Christiana Care Health Systems. Main Street, anyone who lives in Delaware, specifically Newcastle County, knows Main Street. It is on the campus of the University of Delaware. It is it is what South Street is to Philadelphia, Main Street. It has food places, restaurants, pubs, bars, shopping, boutiques, stores, and it is not as big and long as South Street, but it is similar to South Street. Glasgow Park is on Route 40. Those who live in Newcastle County are aware of Glasgow Park. It has a basketball court, tennis court, walking trails, running trails, dog park, playgrounds for children, pavilions for barbecues and picnics and birthday parties. This picture here is of my 7-year-old niece. Her and I in the summertime were attempting to walk the hill. It is as long and as steep as it looks, and that was a picture for us to take to show proof of life in case we did not make it down the other side. The 87ers are affiliated with the Philadelphia 76ers, and they play in the Bob Carpenter Center, which is on the campus of the University of Delaware. Christiana Healthcare Systems, or Christiana Care Health System, is the main hospital, the main medical institution within the state of Delaware. It is based in Newark. It has the Helen F. Graham Cancer Center, which will forever have a special place in my heart. My mother was diagnosed with cancer 8 years ago, and if it was not for the wonderful medical staff and medical team at Christiana Care, in addition to God being a healer, my mom would not be with us. So I am forever grateful to Christiana Care and the Helen F. Graham Cancer Center. I do believe that my city of Newark is a good community. Recently, there has been a development for more businesses around the Christiana Mall, being the Christiana Fashion Center, and as of 2 weeks ago, Main Event Entertainment Center. It caused a lot of traffic and people are frustrated, but it brought about a lot of jobs and it boosted the economy, the local economy for Newark. I will forever be grateful to it because it brought to me in the fashion center Home Goods, Marshalls, Kirkland's, Nordstrom Rack, Saks Fifth, Off Fifth, the Container Store, Ulta. So I will be forever happy. I don't mind the traffic because I am a shopper. Many people move from New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia and relocate to Delaware, specifically Newark, for a quieter life to raise their families. Also, they're brought here by jobs, but mainly I know because of the quieter life you can get living in Newark, and it's cheaper to live in Newark than New York, New Jersey, and some places in Philadelphia. Newark has a country feel to it. Neighbors look out for one another and they're friendly. Children have the opportunity to play outside free from gun violence and drug activity. And the interrelationships are positive and paramount. The community as a whole has similar values of wanting to raise their family and to live that quiet, safe life. So I do believe that my city of Newark is a good community. And here are my references that I used. Thank you for listening and watching, and I hope that you enjoyed my presentation.